These videos are too terrifying to make even the most courageous person cringe. Please let me know which numbers worked best for you so that I can provide you with even better results the next time. Number 10. It's nearly 3 a.m., and Sean Tharp's sweetheart is leaving for a late night shift. She soon calls her boyfriend, yelling about a man approaching her. She says the stranger approached her without saying anything, despite the fact that she was wearing no coat in bitterly cold weather. Of course, I can see a semi-transparent figure stomping towards her car at a high rate of speed about 33 seconds into this doorbell cam video. After that, it abruptly turns around and vanishes. Unless you're sure what I'm talking about, use this street lamp as a reference point by briefly covering it with the person's hollow outline. Number 9. Since 2017, a different hacker has taken his hobby to new heights by simultaneously activating every emergency siren in Dallas, Texas in the middle of the night. Please hear this and then tell me what comes to mind. I maybe believe the end of my life came near. The sirens sounded even more insane from the top of a high building. I'm guessing the person who is recording is expecting to see fighter jets destroying everything in sight, because that's exactly what it sounds like. Nobody, as you can hear, can turn this off. The city has helpfully surrendered control. Whoever did this was never apprehended, and this incident demonstrates how unprotected our utility systems are to anyone with the right technical skills and nefarious intentions. Number 8. This CCTV video from South Korea's capital shows a woman who is hurrying down the street. Besides, a man is walking down the street, holding a black object. I don't know what this could be and would appreciate your assistance in identifying it if possible. It could be significant given what he intends to do next. It appears to be a handheld electroshocker to me. At any rate, he goes behind her all the way up to her apartment, and she hardly closes the door before he makes his move, missing by a fraction of a second. He knocks hastily, one hand still on the doorknob, get ready to yank the door open with both hands if she answers. He then appears to stand around for a long time, apparently making up his mind what to do next. He is interspersed between standing in front of the stairs and standing in front of the door, and each time he changes position, I can't help but believe he's fighting a battle within himself about whether or not to leave. Finally, he makes up his mind to give the door another shot. Because it's still locked, he comes to a halt and presumably wanders away. He was later apprehended by authorities and brought to justice as a result of a large public outcry following the release of this video. Number 7. Tiffany of the YouTube channel Beauty and the Beastons is filming a home vlog when she goes to the corner and comes across something terrifying that she won't notice until she edits the video days later.
And 2, he was bringing in all.
This all-black silhouette appears to be half her size and hardly human. It turns around and its bald head is hunched beneath a large cloak that reaches all the way to the floor. Even though I was thinking it was a hat rack, it seems to be in the bathroom, and one of its long, gnarled hands is poking out of an oversized sleeve. Based on this video, I believe this is either something magical or a home intruder unlike any I have ever seen. Were I to see any type of movement, I would have no suspicion that it was real. But, given that the figure appears to be completely still, I must admit that I have my lack of certainty. On the other hand, more importantly, what do you believe this to be? Number 6. A YouTuber named RJ32 is going to the beach in Southern California with his children when one of them notices a fast-moving round creature in the clear water. Keep an eye on this part and give me your best prediction as to what it could be, and don't worry unless you can tell yet, because you and he are about to get a much closer look. RJ32 walks over to where he last watched what he believes to be a flounder and begins kicking around. Panic begins to occur when he realizes he's discovered a stingray that had been hiding in the sand from him. Even though I don't believe this stingray is mature, please take a closer look and correct me unless I'm right. Whether mature or not, the tail appears to be the perfect size to go straight through your foot if you aren't cautious. RJ32 is given a warning jab and sent limping to the beach. Should this be what a baby can do, I don't want to see what an adult can do. Number 5. Since 2015, a hacker going by the screen name Foster has been able to penetrate these road signs and turn them into messages that caused panic among Tucson residents in Arizona. These road signs, which were normally used to warn of an impending lane change, were altered to warn of nuclear fallout and other dangerous materials ahead. Examine the acceptable font, lettering, and spacing. Everything appears to be ordinary and there is no token that it is a prank. Do you think you would have realized it was a hoax according to this video, or would it have been enough to scare you? Number 4. This emergency message was broadcast to the whole state of Hawaii in January of 2018.
A missile may impact on land or sea within minutes. This is not a drill.
What's most concerning is that everyone appears to disregard the emergency directions that are giving the command to pull over. Bethany and the vehicle in front of her go on driving despite radio commands to stop, though to be fair, they could have been on a one-lane road with no safe places to pull over.
If you are driving, pull safely to the side of the road and seek shelter in a building or lay on the floor. We will announce when the threat has ended.
The broadcast sends the entire island into a frenzy, and I believe this livestream video perfectly captures everyone's reaction. The first stage is a state of incredulity and the need to affirm that what is happening is real.
Oh gosh, what happened? Did you guys get that? Did you not get that? There's an emergency ballistic missile threat.
The next stage is accepting that this is real, which causes frantically scrambling for a plan, even in the face of total annihilation.
Oh my god! What do we do?
The final stage is panic, as you realize all hope is lost and your life is about to come to an end. Even though it's clear that nothing can be done, the desire to run somewhere, anywhere, takes hold.
Babe, what do we do?
This broadcast turned out to be the result of an important oversight by staff at a military command post. Even though there was nothing this time, according to these videos and countless others, I don't think we'd fare as well as we'd like to believe in the face of a true disaster. Number 3. This window washer appears to be careless about his life, let alone his job. The daring worker sees nothing wrong with standing on a ledge so narrow that he must splay his feet outwards just to maintain traction. Of course, the only method to clean the window in this position is to completely close it. Take note of the lack of a safety harness, as well as any other equipment. Unless he stands firm now, the only way he can go is down. For the time being, he must depend on a spotter to open the window from the inside, allowing him to return. When it comes time to open the window, he must squeeze his arms into the frame in one of the most awkward positions I've ever seen. The cameraman, who is worried about him, pans down to the ground to demonstrate that this is not a joke. This is a downfall. He will not be able to be alive. Number 2. In Spokane, Washington, a man comes close to a neighbor's house and rings the doorbell while holding a blade. He has a concerned look on his face that borders on panic, as if he is about to oblige himself to do something he really would not like to do. He seems to lack concentration and turns around after 35 seconds of waiting. Then he looks down at his feet and shakes back and forth slightly, as if in a trance. I have an opinion that I can notice some high-speed eye movements with his eyes closed, and he appears to be in an imaginative state. Put differently, exactly the type of person you don't want knocking on your door. Given that this accurate situation has occurred at this house twice, I'm pretty confident that this person has a fanciful score to find a solution to whoever is not lucky enough to live here. Number 1. BKXC, a YouTuber, is going by bike across Tibet on some seriously steep trails. The terrain itself is riddled with natural hazards, including wildlife. He is climbing the mountain with a steep drop when he comes across a young yak ready to defend itself.
Oh! Yeah! Oh.
Even though it begins to walk away, seeing only a cliff ahead, it doubles back and adopts a belligerent stance. Those horns are razor sharp and just as dangerous like a bull's. BKXC's only option for survival is to get off his bike and use it as a barrier shield.
Looking a little dangerous here. Oh, you motherfucker. Get back.
Thinking quickly, he is courageous to offer himself as a distraction to set the seal on his riding partner to get across safely. The yak follows them with its head moving quickly and appears ready to charge at the slightest provocation.
Go, keep going.
BKXC cleverly inches the bike away to gain a few more yards before swinging a leg over and hauling out of there. The yak might have felt intimidated and charged unless he had taken those few valuable steps away first. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every day. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of my other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.